My name is K. Ray Bailey. I am the chair of the Asheville Buncombe County Economic Development Coalition. And today is a great economic development day in Buncombe County, and I couldn't be more pleased to share it with you. I'd like to thank all of those. You know, I think we're in Plan Z for today. Obviously, weather curtailed us being on the site, but I want to say that I appreciate all the good work that's been done for us to be able to gather here. In this crowd today, I see a lot of our oldest friends, economic development partners, civic leaders, River District neighbors, and I even see a few younger faces in this crowd. I'm especially pleased that they're here because today's announcement is all about them. You know that economic development is about building a more promising future for our children and grandchildren. It's about the quality of life, their financial security, their ability to pursue their passions, fulfill their potential, and raise their families right here in this mountain home of ours. The company that you are about to meet has been quietly engaged in this community for well over a year. They worked with our Economic Development Coalition. They've worked with city and county officials. They've worked with the local brewers. They are coming to understand that we share some of their very deeply held values. I'm not simply speaking about good business practices that's expected of a leading corporation, but a shared vision on how business is meant to be. It's meant to empower its employees, to strengthen the community, to give back to society, and to be responsible stewards of this good earth. And we appreciate that. At various critical junctures in this past year, the company has demonstrated real leadership by making the right decision, not the right now decision. This company's commitment to sustainable, transformative, brownfield development on this site, in this community, outweighed considerations of cost, convenience, short-term benefits that would have deterred most other companies and projects that would come to this area. I want you to listen carefully to the stories of the people who will come to this podium today, and you're going to hear news of the unprecedented investments in our community and in our people. And you will go proud as you hear how we have competed against other cities, some 10 times larger than our size. And you're going to hear how this fine company has come to admire the character and the strength of this great community. You see, with the onset of the recession 5 years ago, this community did not sit idly by. That's not the way we do things in Western North Carolina. Instead, this community pulled together, pooled resources, built partnerships, put in hours and sweat equity necessary to bring about the good news that we're celebrating here this afternoon.
What a great day it is in Asheville. So let me stop and just tell you so the anticipation can end. New Belgium Brewing Company is planting its East Coast flag here. Now you've heard it. Kim and Jen looked all over the East Coast, more than 24 cities. They were with us for a couple of days, and they decided that the atmosphere and the people and the capacity of Asheville and Buncombe County made this a perfect hub of innovation for New Belgium. New Belgium, let's give it up one more time. my friends today, New Belgium and Fat Tire Beer, yay, is now a North Carolina brand, and we thank you. Now a North Carolina brand. I want you to know that I had lunch with somebody today, and they reminded me that I learned about Fat Tire in New Belgium out west, and they couldn't believe that we had convinced this wonderful company to come to North Carolina. And all they wanted to do during lunch was to take me to the libation locator, which you should check out on your internet, on their website, and you can look at all of the marvelous brews that will be made right here in North Carolina. Ray has already said it. The reason New Belgium decided to come to North Carolina is because of all of you all. The folks here in Asheville and Buncombe County in the west, they talked to you, they met with you, they met with the associations, they met with other breweries, and they were welcomed with wholehearted hands. They understand the capacity of the workforce here to do what needed to be done to make their business a success. Kim is an innovator. This beer was started in the basement of her house. She has done it all, from stirring the hops to cleaning up the mess to being the CFO and now the COO and the president of this company. This is a woman-owned company, and this is one woman who is mighty proud of her. For you all out there in Asheville land, 154 new jobs in this state-of-the-art facility, $175 million investment. These folks could have gone anywhere. They came here. And I can't think of a better way to start a long holiday weekend than hopefully having a sip of one of New Belgium's brews. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. It's hard to speak without beer, so my friend Jen Vervier managed that for me. Thank you very much. I am not at all surprised by your welcome today, because every time we've been here, you've welcomed us, you know, in the one-person version, in the three-person version, in the business groups out to dinner. This is just an incredible community, and we are so excited to be here. Cheers. Cheers. Really, every single opportunity to get together has been flawless, and I will say this later as well, but we really felt like we found our tribe when we came here, so thank you very much. So sometimes there's a right combination of leadership and vision and sheer human willpower that I think creates a kind of magic. And I think this is one of those times. We picked you, Asheville. We picked Asheville, North Carolina. When we met the governor, we went to Raleigh, Jen and I did, and we were talking about different things. And one of the things that she said really struck me, which was that she felt like there were things that we could do to add value here. And that's something that's really important to us at New Belgium. We like to feel like the work that we do, I'll have another beer on that. The work that we do matters. And so, you know, there are incredible people, incredible businesses here, and we want to be a part of that incredibleness because we think that we have something to offer as well. Then we went to meet with the city, and we were talking about a subject that I'm sure enthralls all of you and is near and dear to your heart, especially today, which is stormwater management. And you know what? There we were, and we were riffing off possibility on stormwater management, and there was this sort of combining of energy that makes, you know, each person's idea bigger than the last bit of energy. And so while it's hard to believe that one can riff on stormwater management, I'm here to tell you that the experience was really one for us where we felt like your city was really engaged in that process, and that, again, we felt like we had met kindred spirits, and it was kind of another sign for us that, that this was our place. So. They have done an incredible job of making sure that we are all looking for great outcomes. That's particularly important because we've picked a site, the Stockyard site, that's not an easy site. It's a brownfield site. We could have chosen a greenfield site somewhere else where it would be much more straightforward to get ourselves up and running. But for us, you'll see on the hang tags for beers that we have here that we wanted a quality of life, a walkability, bikeability, live, work kind of situation that really speaks to how we like to show up in a community. And then you couple that with this great site on your river that is, has all kinds of potential, and there are things that we can do in terms of remediation that will make the planet a better place for your kids and for my kids. And at New Belgium, thanks. At New Belgium, it's just like us to choose a challenge that's consistent with who we want to be as people, especially when the results are supremely satisfying and they feel just kind of just right. And so it really wasn't hard for us. You know, there are those moments, you're building on a river, will that be an issue? But it's a river that goes through the heart of the urban core of the River Arts District, and it's a site that was not in pristine condition. So our ability to, and that, I don't mean that in a negative way, but you know, we've lived a long time on the planet, and things that worked at one point, you decide to change and evolve or do things differently at another time. And we are really excited to be the next stewards of your legacy, and to we hope you'll come back and see what we've done. I'm speaking to the Bell family here, and you know, join us in that sort of celebration of an incredible site on the river. So we're very excited about that. And then there's the lovely lifeblood, which is the river, and water is at the heart of what we do, and we're hoping that we can honor that in a way that you would expect of us. And we're brewers, which is an ancient art form. We make things right here in the United States, jobs that are here locally. The governor spoke about the basic logistics of the jobs and the investments. But we're looking forward to the opportunity to work with the other fine and well-known brewers of Asheville. We're looking forward to playing. We're looking forward to the ability to speak in our brewer language and collaborate and do some fun things. Maybe since we will not have a brew house by the time we have an opening. I mean, we will have a brew house, but it will not yet have been up and running. Maybe we can work with brewers to brew something together in the spirit of collaboration and play and excitement. For the brewers of Asheville, we want to make you glad that we're here. And that's my commitment to you, is that we will have opportunities to share resources. My folks are nothing if not interested in groovy toys for labs and other parts of the brewery, and we're pretty good sharers, so you know, we're happy to work together on those kinds of things. Lastly, at New Belgium, we believe that business is a powerful entity for changing the world. We're so lucky to make something as beautiful as beer. And at the same time, we're proving a new concept, that business can work to account for their externalities, they can listen to their stakeholders, they can continue to light a fire in that world of work. And for us, that's really what brings us to this every day. Is we love beer, but we also love the ability to really approach this differently and to put our shoulder to the wheel with other progressive businesses around the United States and the world to take kind of a different slant on how business shows up in the world. We do that, my coworkers, thank you, thanks. Whether it's open book management or high involvement culture or employee ownership, my coworkers own 41% of the company, so they are my business partners in this. Or it's investing in environmental, particular kinds of equipment, environmental efficiencies, or renewable energy. We also work on advocacy and changing policy, because we can do a lot of great things at New Belgium, which we call our splash, but we've also come to find that we can make a ripple. And what a fitting analogy for where we'll be located. So we're excited to be able to work with you in figuring out where the important splashes and ripples are in this community. So here we'll be. We're going to be hiring over 100 people. With the help of the state, the city, and the county, we'll be improving roads, putting in bike lanes around the brewery. That will be good and important work. And of course, we'll be working to bring this jewel of a site into the vibrant River Arts District. So your welcome has left us profoundly touched. We can't wait to get started and to make magic together. And from my 435 coworkers who are located all over the U.S., at the mothership in Fort Collins and right here today, I thank you deeply for, it's a rainy day. There are a lot of things you could have done today. And I really appreciate it that you came out to celebrate this big occasion with us. So thank you very much. Cheers to you.
Thank you so much, Kim. This is way too cool. That's not fair. This is really cool because now I have finally justification to say this. You all need to quit complaining about your stormwater utility bills. That was done for a good reason. And I also, I'm honored to be here and make these remarks, and because the River District is very dear to my heart. The River District's important to me because my paternal grandfather actually died working in the industry on that river back when that was a heavy industrial area, and it is great to have industry beginning to be there again and to be the right kind of industry. Kim, it's my pleasure first to say thank you and welcome home to Asheville. Throughout our history, the riverfront has played a vital role. The district has been a vibrant hub of agriculture, commerce, industry, recreation, and more recently the arts. And as our economy evolved and changed through the years, the district has patiently reinvented itself, just as our thriving downtown did, just as Montford, West Asheville, and Burton Street, Eagle Street have done. You see, it's a trait that's essential to Asheville and to our people. We are resilient and believe in renewal. I see many of you here today who share that same belief, who have worked hard and have worked together and have shared much time and energy to get us where we are today. On this spring day, at the gateway of our community, at the beginning of a new era, the Wilma-Dykeman Riverway Plan was funded by the national, and that should be emphasized. We do work off of the Wilma-Dykeman Riverfront Plan, and this fits that. It was funded by the National Endowment for the Arts over 20 years ago, and has since been adopted by the City of Asheville, Buncombe County, and over 40 civic organizations as a vision for our revitalized riverfront. More than just a vision, the Dyckman Plan defined as a city how we would build roads, sidewalks, bike lanes, greenway and parks. The plan proposed how we would plan for dense urban redevelopment and protect our river and the beauty of the riverfront at the same time. It wasn't just an investment in our quality of life, but in our economic vitality. And today, that investment by generations of our civic leaders, elected officials, residents, RiverLink, the Asheville Area Riverfront Redevelopment Commission, our Chamber of Commerce, and our economic development partners has been rewarded. The unprecedented investment and commitment by New Belgium Brewing Company will elevate and accelerate the vision of the Dyckman Plan for the next generation. We are also pleased that this project will create new educational and career opportunities through our community college and regional universities that will strengthen our workforce. Kim, we are thrilled to welcome you and your New Belgium team to the Asheville community, and I am confident the future of New Belgium in Asheville is bright. I'd like to again say thank you on behalf of our staff, on our council, and our citizens. I think it's just such a great opportunity for all of us, and I think it's a great opportunity for New Belgium as well. I think we'll be great partners, and I just look forward to this magnificent future.
We wanted to come here, they wanted to come here, we worked it out, and we'll always work with these folks because they share our values. It's a great day for Buncombe County community. I had the pleasure of meeting with Kim last year. We had lunch, and what struck me was how much Asheville is like Fort Collins, and even more important, how our people are like the folks that work in her company, and hopefully some of you are going to be working there pretty soon. Strong communities, just like strong companies, have to be built on a solid foundation, or else they go away. This company's it's going to be here a long time. Just like the people of the mountains of western North Carolina, the people behind New Belgium understand the value of quality, craftsmanship, teamwork, stewardship, and sustainability. Folks, they have a 37-page report on the carbon footprint of making Fat Tire Amber Ale. They care, just like we do. And as far as teamwork, she walked out her door, at her garage, and Kim Jordan asked her neighbor, Ann Fitch, to help her when they were getting started, and all the beautiful watercolor artwork was by her next-door neighbor, Ann Finch. That's pretty good. She looks around for local talent. I hope in the years ahead, many of you get to know these folks. In just a few minutes together, it's clear that New Belgium is not only an industry leader, third largest craft brewer in the States, but a world class defined by your values and what you're doing. A lot of people talk about, we have these values, but they don't put their money where their mouth is. This group has given over $5 million to local nonprofits in the last decade. Not a lot of companies do that, folks. They might talk about it, but they don't do it. They empower their staff through employee ownership. That's one reason that Outside Magazine said in 2008 it was the best place to work in the country. They have wellness meetings every month where they talk about how they can do better, how their employees can lose weight, how they can be more athletic, how they can find out about bike races. They believe in environmental stewardship. They have the largest solar array in the state of Colorado. They had the first wind-powered brewery in the USA, and they are going to work just like you and I want to work to make this an environmental center where people look at Asheville, Buncombe County and say, that's how you take care of energy. That's how you do it. And finally, folks, they are big on the river. We have been working tirelessly on the river. They're going to be a transformational part of the riverfront. They're going to commit to stream restoration, storm remediation, green building practices. That'll make all of us better, the river cleaner, community more vibrant. This is a proud moment for all of us. New Belgium is an international brand name that will help our tourism, hospitality industry and bring more people to the French Broad River to enjoy that beautiful facility and that beautiful asset we have. New Belgium strengthens our world-class craft brewing community with a deep respect for the passions and talents that built our reputation as Beer City, USA. And I bet they knew that when they came here, didn't they? Fort Collins is up there, though. Fort Collins is high on the list. And as New Belgium brings high-quality manufacturing jobs to us with a commitment for workforce training and an employee history of development and engagement. Kim, I know the real work's just beginning. You're going to transform this site to meet your needs and to make this a showplace. The city, the county, the state, we want to partner with you to make it a showplace that everybody can be proud of. We pledge our total and complete support, and we're going to be partners with you, not to get you here, we're going to be partners with you forever. And Kim Jordan, we thank you for being here, Governor, Speaker, all of you. Thanks for your part in bringing a world-class company here that's going to transform the river into what we always dreamed and hoped it would be.
Just a few last remarks. I've been working on site selection for New Belgium since 2009. And I first arrived in Asheville in June of 2011. It was my 5th stop on a 10-city tour. And my first night here, I texted my team back in Fort Collins from the restroom at the marketplace. And I said, I heart Asheville. And that was even before Jones Lang LaSalle and the Asheville Economic Development Coalition found us our perfect site. So then, fast forward 6 months, and I'm with my team back in Fort Collins, and I'm saying, this site is a nightmare. Maybe we should rethink this. Who said brownfield redevelopment was a good idea? Well, why are we doing this? But we didn't turn and run, and that's because the city of Asheville, Buncombe County, the state of North Carolina showed up as our partners to help us clear away the hurdles. So what I want to close this wonderful ceremony with is a toast. So please join me, please raise your glasses. To those whose hard work, good humor, and tenacity, those whose love and excellence, as we like to say at New Belgium, are turning our East Coast brewery dreams into Asheville, North Carolina realities. Thank you.